Do you remember that time that Superboy turned into the Super Sister? I do. Let me tell you about it. So this one is from Superboy number 78 from 1960. We begin with Superboy flying out to see what's going on with a crash-landing flying saucer, when he uses his X-ray vision to see that the driver is actually a space woman, and she's shocked to find a flying boy. Well, she is distracted by Superboy flying by her, and she's about to crash into the peak of a mountain, and Superboy thinks to himself, just like a woman to lose control. Then he devises a plan to give her a softer landing, and he goes down to greet her. Well, as it turns out, she can read minds, and she read his comment about it being just a woman. She explains that she is from a world run by women, not men, so that's rather offensive to her. But Superboy tells her that if the women run their planet like they fly spaceships, then he's glad he doesn't live there. So the woman hits him with her ring, and Superboy just flies away ignoring her. That's pointless, only kryptonite can hurt me. And the angry way you're acting makes me glad I'm not a girl. Well, he flies away and over a pond, and in the pond he can see that the ring has changed him into a girl. When he goes back to where she crash landed, she's gone, leaving him with this new body. Then he returns home and explains that he's still himself mentally, but this whole thing kind of happened. Ma Kent is delighted that she finally has a daughter, and she runs out shopping for women's clothing for her, and they decide to invent a whole new secret identity. He is now the out-of-town daughter of the Kent's relatives, Claire Kent. Lana is super happy to have a girl next door finally, and they run off to go cooking together because Lana heard about a great new recipe. This makes Claire Kent upset because she'd rather be outside playing baseball. After they listen to some music, Claire is bored out of her mind until she hears an SOS come through and it says Save Arrow Girl. So she takes off and goes to an amusement park where the performer Arrow Girl is performing, but there isn't anything wrong. And then suddenly, Arrow Girl is fired from a giant bow and she's set off course by the wind and she's about to die. Superboy saves Arrow Girl, but he didn't move fast enough and he's caught by the public. So he needs to explain that he's Superboy's twin sister, the Super Sister. Then, after asking Ma Kent about what happened, Ma Kent explains that Super Sister now has feminine intuition. It's like having a sixth sense, and it warns women of danger. Using her new power, Super Sister is far more effective than Superboy, and she changes over the entire life of Clark to match this one of Claire. After she saves multiple people, Super Sister decides that this wasn't a punishment, it was in fact a gift. And that's when Superboy wakes up, and it turns out that the ring just made him dream that he turned into a girl, and he didn't really. He had a newfound respect for women, and he left the area going back to his life as Clark Kent. Now I have an honest question for you listeners. Do women actually get a superpower known as feminine intuition? Does it warn you of danger? Do you have like a spidey sense that no one's telling me about? Anyway, chat with me on Twitter at Comicstorian or on Instagram at Comicstorian about that, and you might just enjoy the other videos on screen right now.